All right, guys, ever since the Avengers came out in 2012, film fans have been practically pleading with Marvel for another solo Hulk film, but the studio has seemed unwilling to consider the idea. However, in a recent interview, Avengers co-star Mark Ruffalo suggested Marvel may now be considering the idea. Ruffalo said the following: "I think they are, for the first time, entertaining the idea of it. When we did the Avengers, it was basically no, and now there is some consideration for it. But there's still nothing definitive, not even a skeletal version of what it would be. I look forward to going down that road if we could crack that nut. I think the Banner Hulk storyline is obviously not easy, a tough nut to crack." John, could Marvel actually make another Hulk movie?
It's possible. I mean, I'm one of these guys, my mind's kind of going back and forth. After the Avengers, it was like, give me a damn Hulk movie! Ah, right? Yeah. And then it's like, okay, I get it. It's tough because you can't have Hulk 70% of the time, and that's what people love the most about the Hulk that we saw in Avengers was when he was hulked out. Although Ruffalo is an awesome Banner. And so it kind of made sense. His storylines are tough to do as an individual thing. There have been a couple of cracks of doing a Hulk standalone film hard. So I've kind of understood where Marvel's been coming from about the no thing. But I also get it that you got to consider it. You got to think about it. Because you have now such... The demand for Marvel product on screen is now so big, you're going to have to fill these slots. Hulk is a pretty safe choice as far as you know you're going to get big opening weekend box office no matter what. So I believe they are talking about this. Now, whether it'll be a World War Hulks type of thing or not, who knows? But it's something you got to look at. Dennis, how do you see this?
I think they will, and I hope they do. I know like one of the conundrums is having the Hulk on screen at like, you know, a good portion of the time, but I don't really need that. As long as there's like a nice fight with the Hulk in the beginning, in the middle, and have an epic fight at the end. You know, that was the thing with Godzilla, which I did like. The Godzilla stuff in the beginning and the middle, they weren't really fights. They were just teases.
Was Godzilla in the beginning?
Yeah, exactly.
It was Cranston. He was Godzilla.
So I don't really need that. And I like the whole, I like the Edward Norton standalone. It's not like those movies were big bombs either. They just didn't do what they expected.
Or they hoped.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I wish they could do, you know, some of that Hulk storyline from the early 90s that Peter David did with the dynamic between Bruce Banner, the Gray Hulk, and the Green Hulk. But I doubt they'll do that because I think a casual audience would get confused by the Gray Hulk.
Well, yeah. What was his nickname again?
Mr. Fix-It?
Mr. Fix-It, that was it, yeah.
He's like playing in Las Vegas or whatever. I love seeing that image of Ruffalo as the Hulk because you could see Ruffalo in that Hulk.
Oh, totally.
It's so cool. Yeah, you know what? You mentioning it, like if they did a standalone Hulk movie, I personally would love for them to bring in the composite Hulk or the Red Hulk or a variant Green Hulk, just to bring in some of these other, you know, personalities aside from the leader or the Abomination or any of his other villains. I think that would be kind of a cool way to build up a battle between two Hulks at the end, like War of the Gargantuas or something.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I think one way that you could go is, because remember, at the end of the last Hulk film, and remember, the last Hulk film is part of this continuity. That last Hulk film is a part of canon of this existing Marvel Universe, right? They caught Abomination. He ain't dead.
Right.
He's still around. He's still kicking. We saw the leader starting to have his head expand at the end. Abomination, seriously, even people I talked to who really did not like that last Hulk film, and I did like the Edward Norton Hulk film, they really liked that Abomination fight at the end. I thought that fight at the end was a great fight. I really love that scene where the Hulk rips that car apart, smashes his fist in it, and uses them as gloves and starts beating. Like, that was just a great fight, and he could be a great foil for Hulk. Because I remember after watching Avengers, and I think about it, who does the Hulk fight? Because in Avengers, he just had faceless aliens that he could just rip through like cannon fodder.
Punch the giant dragon.
Yeah, punch the giant dragon, whatever. So what are you going to have in a Hulk movie that can stand up to him if it's not just another swarming, you know, or maybe a zombie apocalypse? I don't know.
Well, we know that, like in Avengers 2, we've seen the conceptual art where we've got a giant Hulk buster. So it's basically the Hulk versus Iron Man, when that's going to happen or not. I mean, but that's in the movie. We know that.
The Hulkbuster looks huge.
It's giant. I cannot wait to see that. That's going to be a badass scene.
And you know what the funny thing about that is, too? Since we see Banner and Tony Stark in the movies, like, really buddy-buddy, I'll bet you almost anything that Banner co-designs that Hulkbuster armor with Tony, because, dude, if I lose control, because my theory about Hulk in the Avengers is this. If Banner gets knocked in the head and he's not in control of his shift, then when he shifts, he's just hulked out.
Yeah.
But when he is in control and turns into the Hulk, he can control what he does. So I think him and Tony, at some point, he goes to Tony and says, look, if I get hurt or lose my temper or whatever and I'm not in control, we need something to keep me in check because I'm the Hulk.
Yeah.
The other guy will kill everything. And that would be really cool if he designs that Hulkbuster.
Yeah, they
Tony.
could be just testing the Hulk's power. That could be one of the things. I think the Hulk works great as an accent to the Avengers. He's the only place where you can find the Hulk right now. So, you know, doing a standalone Hulk movie, I'm sure they'll do it, but not in the next, like, I don't think he's going to be part of Phase 3. So
yeah, you're probably right.
Why not Phase 4? I would love to see a Ruffalo Hulk movie. So.
Yeah. All right, what's next?
I think so too. Edward Norton was great. I agree. I really liked that film, but I'd love to see Mark Ruffalo in a standalone Hulk film. And if they need someone for him to fight, I will totally. It can be me. I'll totally take him on. I can totally do it.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.